I'm live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of En-Syte. I'm your host, Steven. Oh my God, I really hope that nothing bad happens. Knock on wood. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. So far, things have been good. Things have been great. Things have been solid. So we're gonna go ahead and hope for the best and be happy with it. That's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, right now. We're gonna hope that everything goes just fine. I have done different things. I'm trying different things. Right now, I'm trying two microphones at once. So bear with me in terms of that. I'm still using one camera. So hopefully that helps just a little bit, just enough. I'm hoping things work out just fine. So pray for your boy and hopefully that things work out just fine. Hey, Simone. Okay, yeah. We're gonna see how far that goes. We'll see how far that goes, especially considering the topic for today. Or topics. I'm doing a dual topic today. I'm doing two topics in one episode. Haven't done it in a while, so I thought I'd just do that real quick. But before I get fully started into the episode, a couple of things. One, I'm still gonna promote my friend the Cake Lady. If you have not yet liked her page, we're gonna go ahead over to the En-Syte page. It's on episode 114. There's a link in the description there. For some odd reason, I cannot, copy and share that link anymore. It's tremendously too long, and I don't know why. But it's on the En-Syte page on Facebook. If you want to go over there, click on it. It's going to be on underneath episode 143. Go over there, like the page, get yourself some stuff. Hey, Kiwi, get yourself some sweets. Remember, use En-Syte code 2020 to get 10% off anything over $50 and 20% off anything over $100. Also, I talked to an old friend of mine. He is going to help me with a couple of things in terms of quality, video quality and audio quality of the show. I'm going to purchase a few things and hopefully it will go for the best. But he is also going to help me with some other things and things of that nature. He's a gamer. He's a streamer. I should actually put his link up in the thing to see. You can see some of his content. It's called Good Guys Gaming. He's an old friend of mine all the way back from middle school. Like real cool. So hopefully with that stuff set up, I would actually have better quality, better video quality, better audio quality, and it won't be no major issues. So I'm going to try some different things. So you're going to see some changes here and there, and hopefully for the best, and hopefully it's all better for everyone. So with that being said, getting time for some people to come in. Take my little swig. And let's get this episode started. Now, like I said, this is a 2-in-1 episode. This is a 2-in-1 episode, two topics in one. Haven't done it in a while, so of course I'm going to go ahead and do it. Hey, Toy, how you doing? What we're going to talk about first is something that I seen on Facebook that seemed real interesting. It was a guy. I didn't even catch his name or nothing like that. So, he was talking about dating, and he was talking about dating. It was a small clip. I think I shared it. I'm not 100% sure. But I think I shared it on Facebook, but he was talking about dating. So the thing is, he said something that actually really makes sense. And I'm pretty sure some people do go off of this. I do. I know for a fact that I do. And people say, like, well, what are you dating for? And the answer should always be the same. You're dating for marriage. You are dating to marry someone. That is the reason why you are dating. What are you dating for? And the whole point is, if you're dating for fun, that is wrong, because you don't want anyone playing with your heart. Don't play with somebody else's, because just because you're dating for fun doesn't mean that person is. And that right there is wrong within its own rights. To actually play with somebody's heart, to pull them in enough. Just so like, oh, this is just for fun. I'm gonna have to end this. I'm sorry. I got my mileage out of you. Now I gotta go on. That's wrong. You don't want to. You're not dating for fun. You never should date for fun. You should always date to marry, and that's the whole key point. Now, excuse me, if you're not dating for marriage, you should not be dating at all, period, point blank. Before I continue on, at any given point in time, if you guys are having any video or audio issues, let me know ASAP. I can't change anything, but at least let me know so I know that this process doesn't work. And I will have to try a different one later. I do not know. Here's the thing, guys. I do not know when something doesn't work unless it's from your end. I'm letting you know that right now. If something is not working from your end, you guys have to let me know in terms of audio and video, because everything I see is going. I have a mic registering on YouTube and a mic was registering on Facebook before I go on live. So if something is not going on right on your end, you have to let me know. Please, if you can, because right now, honestly, my event logs aren't even going up. Because when I was doing my test run, my event logs were going up. Now it's just staying at the 2. This might be the start of something sweet. But yeah, continuing on with the topic at hand. It is completely unfair for you to date somebody just because you feel the need to date someone. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't date for fun. I'm going to probably more than likely say this about a good 30 times. You should always date for marriage, because that is almost absolute main goal of dating someone. You meet someone, you date them, you become in a relationship, you get engaged, and you get married. Everything may not last up until the point of marriage. And even when you get to marriage, that might not even last. But at least you follow the steps and follow the right path. That is the whole key point. That is the reason why we date. We date for just that reason. We date to put a ring on it. We date to propose. We date to be husband and wife. That is what we date for. And that is what we're supposed to date for. Not just to be like, hey, yeah, I dated her. That's about it. I dated him. That's all. I'm like, no, that's not all. You found some form of interest in the individual, so you actually dated him. But if you just dating just for funds, nah, that ain't what's up. That's not what's up. You shouldn't be out here dating for fun, period, point blank, at all whatsoever, because that is just completely unfair to the other individual, like I said before. And playing with somebody's heart, no, especially after they began to invest so much of themselves into that other person. Like I'm dating someone. All right, you're giving them that bit. You had 20%, you had 30%, you're giving 40%. Like, okay, you're giving them bits and pieces here and there. I'm like, okay, they starting to seem like they're cool. Then you give them 50%. Like, okay, they still getting it. Okay, they still like, now you go up to 60. I'm like, okay, still going good. Okay, then let's just take this to 65. We don't want to jump to 70 just yet. We just gonna go to 65 right now. You're saying like, okay, things still good. So you take it to 70. I'm like, okay, cool. Then you starting to put a little bit more in before you even realize that you're already up to about 90% invested into an individual. And that's all you see is the fact that you know that you invested 90% into that individual. And before you realize it, that person really didn't have that much interest in you. They just did what they wanted you to think that they were doing in order to get what they want. Hence why people date for fun. People date for their own means. No one dates for fun. They'll date somebody hell, some people will date people just to have a place to live. That's not what dating is for. That is not. You just end up being in a relationship just to get yourself a place to live, just to get you some money, just to be late. No. And I can guarantee you that somewhere in this country, and probably a lot of somewheres, that there is an unemployed individual sitting on the couch watching TV while a hardworking individual is at work doing what they need to do to make sure that the roof stays over their head. And there's a good chance that the other individual that's just sitting on the couch is cheating on the working individual. Somewhere in the country right now, somewhere in the world right now, that is happening. And I can probably more than likely say that somebody at this point in time is cheating in that fashion at this moment. I understand that I'm not around to know that may not be true or not, but I can almost guarantee that that's what's going on right now somewhere. And yes, that is wrong. Some people date just for those materialistic things. Some people date for fun. No one understands the concept of dating for marriage anymore. Not too many people. Not too many people. Some, but not a lot. Not as many as you would think it is. That's pretty much it. That be all. That be all. And what hurts the most, though, for some people is that you date someone, and it's just, you think it's all sunshine and rainbows because you're in that honeymoon stage where you're dating somebody, and eventually they just like pull the wool over your eyes, as they say, and made you see what they wanted you to see. And once they done reeled you in enough, once they got you on that hook, once they got you dangling on that string like a little guppy from the river, they got you right where they want you. And they'll do exactly what they want and get exactly what they want. And will pull on your heartstrings so much so to make sure that they get what they want. But they don't have to give you 100% of jack shit. None whatsoever. And that's the sad part. That is like the really, really sad part, that there are people out there that do that. They do that. And that is what's sad. Like I said, guys, if I'm having any problems with my audio or video, please let me know, because it's been 11 minutes. I don't have any video issues according to Facebook. YouTube has not dropped me yet, but nobody is really saying too much of anything, which makes me think if anyone can even hear me or not. Like, especially like right now. I know I was heard in the beginning because my friend Simone was commenting, and it stopped. So I'm just making sure that whatever it is that I did working, because this be the setup until I get the new setup. I don't know when I'm gonna get the new setup, so this is what's gonna be for right now, but I need to know if it works. So if someone can tell me that it don't work, okay, good. That's all I need to know. Somebody let me know something. Come on, now hit me with some comments or something, because I can only talk for so long, ladies and gentlemen. Hey Thea, I can only talk for so long about this. So, like I said, in terms of dating, that okay, cool. That's all I need to know. I just need to know if the audio is good, because I'm like, I freaked out last week because of the damn audio. Because like the video, yeah, I'm okay with it, but the audio is the main key point. But yeah, when it comes down to dating, people just see it as a means to do something. People don't date just because they find someone, attractive, or they see something special in that person to get like, like this is, I can't, you don't want to talk. Wait. What you mean I can't, you don't want to talk about the topic? What you mean I don't want to talk about the topic? I'm talking about the topic. I'm just making sure that my audio is good because no one's saying nothing. Are you just saying that you saying you don't want, wait, are you saying that I don't want to talk about the topic, or you don't want to talk about the topic? Because I'm like we can just go ahead now right now. Like, what's good? But yeah, I'm just trying to, because like this right here was not a longer topic, but it seems to be a little bit more interesting to me than the other one would be. That's why I put both of these together. We are not going to talk about that. No. You said you was going to be good. Be good. We're not going to go there today. Okay? We're not. Let's not. Because I kid you not, the moment it starts, it's not going to stop. And we're going to be way off topic, and we're talking about dating. Well, I'm talking about, what are you dating for? Not just dating, but what are you dating for? We're not going to go into the T word. Thank you. So I don't feel like talking about that today. Y'all did that all last week. Y'all did that for about half the show last week. Like, for real. Not for trying to get up into it and anything like that. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's when you're over there just listening. You ain't got so you have nothing to say about this particular topic, but the only thing that come to your mind is the T word. That's it. For shame, Simone. For shame. But yeah, but that's why I believe that when you're dating someone, hey Alicia, when you're dating someone, that should be your main reason. That should be your main goal, is ultimately leading up to wedding bells ringing. But unfortunately, there are people who are out there who don't see it that way. And some people don't see it that way. And Simone is apparently dating for marriage and to take over the world. All right. So she's looking for her pinky to her brain. That is what she's looking for. Her pinky to her brain. And if you do not understand that reference, you need to get off my dang on page right now. You need to get off my page right now if you do not understand that reference that I just put out there. Hey, Alicia, girl, how you doing? But yeah, when it really boils down to it, when it really boils down to the whole dating atmosphere, the whole reasons for dating, people don't follow that concept anymore. People really don't. People only date for themselves nowadays. They don't date for marriage. They don't date for the other person anymore. As long as they feel as if like, oh, I'm dating just so I can say I got somebody. That's another thing. That's another selfish reason. People date for these selfish reasons and not to think about the ultimate goal of making each other happy, or keeping each other happy, whatever the case may be. Yeah, of course, when you first dating, y'all happy because y'all in that quote unquote honeymoon stage, like I said before. But once that honeymoon stage is passed, you have to continue to do the things that got the person. Okay, you're doing good. Had to poke your head in and be nosy. Well, feel free, be nosy. Come on, I'm here for a good while. Come in, join in the conversation. Come and join into the conversation. But yeah, we people date for the selfish of reasons, and not thinking about the other person that is involved, who is probably more than likely dating for dating for that next step, that next level up, and it's crazy that no one is doing that. Not at all. So it's sad, yes, but it's going to be something that's just as constant as cheating. It's something that's not going to change, unfortunately. The dating ways that are now set, they're permanent. They are permanent. They're not going to change. There are some people who are still out there. There are some that are dating for marriage, that are legitimately dating to find that inner peace and to be that inner peace to someone else. They're here to find that happiness and be happiness to someone else. It's a give thing. It's a give thing. That is what it is. Not give and take, give. It is a two-way road, and you have to always meet each other halfway. You cannot just continuously walk into an individual who is standing still, because that means you're putting in all of the work and not reaping full benefits of it. Like the person's just sitting there like, yeah, I'll just wait for them to come to me. I ain't supposed to walk all this length and nothing of that nature. Like, but why? Why? This person is already walking towards you. Meet them halfway, because by the time they get to you, they're going to be too tired to even want to deal with you. You got to think about that. A person who makes that long stride, hey Ashley, a person who makes that long stride in the dating world to a relationship, who is supposed to meet you halfway, if they're doing majority of the walking, they're going to be too tired to even deal with whatever mess that you may even have going on. That is the problem with most datings, most relationships, hell, even most marriages at this point, because no one is willing to actually to put forth an effort. Ashley says, I'm over dating. All men cheat. I'm convinced. You know what? I can't even dispute that fact. Really, I can't. I really, really can't. I'm not gonna say all men cheat, because there's a good chance that there may be like 2 or 3 out there that don't. Out of the billions that it is, there's probably 2 or 3 that don't cheat. I don't know, but I cannot dispute that fact of what you just said. But I'm basically talking about like if you're like just people, most people are supposed to date for marriage, and there's a lot of people out there who just date for fun, date for materialistic things, as if a place to live, place to eat, things like that. Oh man. If you saw how many married men and men that are in relationships in my inbox, that's another thing. That's another thing, that there are men out there that they're selfish. They are very, very selfish. If you don't want to be with the person that you're with, why are you wasting their time? Let them be with somebody who is willing to treat them right and want to be with just them. That right there is just selfish as hell to me. You know, that whole thing. You should not be in someone else's inbox if you are in a relationship. Like if you're single, you're trying to talk to somebody who's single, fine, go for it. Worst can happen is no. But if you already have somebody, if you already put in effort and have somebody, why are you trying to talk to somebody else? I understand if maybe, well, not even understand that. If your relationship is going sour, going south, find a way to end it first. Get done, get out, go on with your life, start over fresh again. Even if you have to give them everything, start over fresh again. Hell, people have done it. I've done it in the past. I left an entire relationship, left her with everything. I took was my clothes and anything I can basically carry out in one trip, and a big ass tote. Mainly was my clothes. I started back over from scratch. Stayed with my parents, grew the fuck up some more, and started over fresh. Now I'm back into my own place, got my own shit, and I'm going. There's nothing wrong with starting over if you are in a relationship that doesn't benefit you, that doesn't make you happy, that doesn't bring you some form of joy to your heart. Stop being in that type of a relationship, whether it be a dating, relationship, or marriage. You don't need to be in the shit. You really don't. Ashley says they say because they want to be with them, but still want to do what they do outside. That bullshit. Bullshit. What's up, Ernesto? The thing is, you cannot say that you want to be with somebody, but you still want to do things outside. That means you have not grown up. You have not grown into a man. You're still a boy who wants to play with other toys. That is what you see women as. You just see women as playthings. You don't see them as an individual. You don't see them as a person. You don't see them as somebody who is just, who is supposed to be just yours. Because here's the thing, while you out here trying to sleep with somebody else, if your woman is the one to go out and sleep with somebody else, you're going to be mad as hell at her. So think about that. You don't want somebody else sleeping with your woman. Why would you think your woman wants you sleeping with some other woman? Why? It's pointless for that. It makes absolutely no sense at all. If your relationship is rocky, if it is, if it's beyond the point that you can't fix it, just let it go. Let it go. Let it the fuck be. Because all you're doing is hurting yourself and hurting the person. Now, I understand in most cases, yes, kids are involved, and the kids are mainly probably young. I get that. And you don't want to hurt the kids, so you're sticking around for the kids' sake. I respect you utmostly for that. I highly respect anybody who is dealing with a relationship or marriage or whatever the case may be like that for the sake of keeping the family together so it does not hurt the kids. I will get that. I understand that. But at the same time, I understand that you want to make sure your kids remain happy, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to do that when you're not happy yourself. And the problem is with most people, and it's mostly men, they just do things outside just for fun. But when a woman does things outside, it's mainly due to the fact that they are drifted away from whomever they're with, and they're finding what they're supposed to have from someplace else. I do not condone it, but I understand it. And in a sense, I fucking respect it. Because the thing is, if somebody was doing what they're supposed to do, there will be no reason for anyone to step out on anything. Now, for the men to be stepping out, you just stepping out for fun. You shouldn't be doing that at all. Because I'm more than likely, the woman is doing what they're supposed to do, unless you are the type of man who sees the emotions and understands the emotions of your relationship, of your situation, of whatever the case it may be, and actually try to fix it and see like, okay, this ain't even working. I'm like I've been with my girl for like 5 years. We've been together for this long, and everything like this, and we have not touched each other in 6 months. I've tried talking to her about it, tried to do romantic things for her, and it's still just been 6 months since we've last done anything intimate. And some men actually take that to heart, and then they will step out because they're not getting what they want. They're not getting what they're supposed to get from home, even though they're trying. And there's women out there that's the same way. They're trying to do things for the man, and the man just basically blows it off and ignores it. Let go, let be. And that's the sad thing. When you got to let go and let be, that just means the whole thing is just gone. The whole thing is done. And I'm not trying to get into the whole cheating thing. I'm not trying to get into that because I've talked about cheating maybe across like 5 to 7 episodes throughout the duration of the series of this show. And I'm not trying to get back into that because I mean, we can talk about that all damn day. But yeah, that's the whole key thing about dating. Everyone is supposed to date in order to lead up to marriage. And that be that. But this is just crazy that people be like, you have married men and men that are in relationships in your inbox like that, Ashley. I mean, that's just bogus. That is just bogus. And they say they want to be with them, but still do what they want to do outside. No, you don't want to be with them if you want to do stuff outside. Because here's the thing. More than likely than not, whatever woman that you're with, more than likely will do more for you than this woman would. Because this woman is not your woman. This woman is. I mean, like, don't do that. Don't harbor women for yourself when you got single men out there who is looking for somebody to be with them. But they are so hooked on the fact that, well, I'm talking to this one guy. I mean, he's in a relationship, but it's supposed to be ending soon. Like, okay, so you single, not single. Well, okay, cool then. I'm gonna go on. That discourages a lot of people when you hear some shit like that. You don't do that. So when you date for marriage. Don't date for fun. Don't date for your own selfish means. Date to bring joy and happiness to another person's life. More than likely or not, they will return it. Because if you make them happy, they will make you happy. That's a give and take, a give and give thing. You give happiness, they'll give you happiness. It's give. Never give and take, give and give. On to the next topic. We are going to be talking about quid pro quo, as it's called. Quid pro quo, or this for that, or my favorite saying, tit for tat. Now, there are some people, and there's some people out there in relationships that do these particular things, that do tit for tats. They do these things, and it's just ridiculous in most cases. And it's ridiculous in most cases. And I understand, like, if it's in fun, harmful playing thing, like, oh, you prank me, oh, I'm gonna prank you back, like that kind of thing. I can get that as long as no one gets hurt in the process. So those are fine. But when it's something that is serious, that really shouldn't even be taken to that level, it shouldn't be done that way. You should not. Here's the thing, because everyone has in their mind, like, when they get hurt, they want to hurt the person. They want to hurt the person that hurt them. Basically, you did this to me, I'm gonna do that to you. I'm gonna do this to you. Since you did that to me, I'm gonna do this to you. And back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, to the point that both of y'all are gonna get wore down and hurt. What's up, Dre? Get wore down and hurt. And it makes absolutely no sense as to why you both are going back and forth. Because here's the thing. While you're doing this back and forth thing, not only are you hurting each other, you're hurting other people that may be involved in it. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hurt someone else that's involved in a situation. You shouldn't even do tit for tats, period. You shouldn't. If it's not in a playful manner, you should not do tit for tats, because all that's going to do is hurt you, hurt the other person. You're basically trying to manipulate an individual to make it seem like whatever it is that they did was wrong, and it's not. What's up, Ant? So you got to realize that the tit for tat thing, the tit for tat rule, the tit for tat, whatever you want to fucking call it, I'm not even entertaining you, Ant. We already off the subject of what we dating for. I was just talking about don't date for fun. That's fun. But yeah, when you're doing the tit for tat things, it's just, it wears you down mentally. It wears you down mentally to the point that you just want to be like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to even do this with you no more. I'm done. Like, somebody is going to be done with the whole relationship at some point in time. Someone's going to be done with the whole, marriage, whatever the case may be, at some given point in time. Tit for tats in relationships, hell, even tit for tats in dating, shouldn't be a thing unless it's something you're doing nicely. Oh, this person did this for me, let me return the favor and do that for them. Okay, I get that. But when it's something bad, when it's something negative, when it's something that's to cause harm to a person, whether it be physical, mental, or emotional, and emotional pain hurts worse than the mental pain. I mean, emotional pain hurts worse than physical pain. I'm sorry. Because at least you have a mental pain, physical pain, that scar is going to heal. The scar is going to heal. Everything is going to be gone. But something emotional, every time you think about that person or a particular situation, that thought is always going to come into your head and always cause you to feel some form of pain. And that there itself causes you harm. It causes you harm. It may not be stress, but it causes you harm. And you don't know what to do sometimes. You just feel, and at times it can actually bring you into a depression. It can bring you down. And it really, really does hurt. So with the whole tit for tat thing, now let's beyond this. Let's be beyond that. Let's grow up from that. Okay, a person did something wrong. Y'all talk about it, say, hey, look, I don't like this. If the person changed their ways, don't do nothing harmful back to them. Now, if they do the same thing again, leave them the fuck alone. Leave them alone. Here's the thing. Once is an accident, twice is a pattern. That is a rule. Once is an accident, twice is a pattern. So if they do the same thing that they did, that they said that they weren't going to do again, that is more than likely a pattern. But you don't want to do this for that over it. Because all it's going to do is cause more pain to you than it would to someone else. You have to understand that the tit for tats are actually more dangerous, not more dangerous. I'm not gonna say more dangerous, but are just as dangerous as anyone being verbally abused. And I know they're saying like, oh no, people who verbally abuse someone, that's so bad. That's so bad. Okay, but here's the thing: there are some people who can brush off being called names. I'm like, okay, what the fuck that mean? You call me this, okay? Like I'm really supposed to care. Some people can brush that off, but when you strike someone where it hurts, up here or in here, that's a whole different level in terms of a tit for tat. Like, okay, so this person wanted to do this to me. I'm just turn around and do this to them. So, how much do you think it would hurt if you went out all night? You went all night with someone, whatever, with friends, whatever the case may be. And what's up, Mikey? You went out all night with friends, whatever the case may be, and you come back home, and you come back, and then, okay, so this person want to go out all night. That's what they want to do. All right, then. You got something for. They did this. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep with one of her friends, or sleep with one of his friends. Since he want to be out all night, or she want to be out all night, I'm gonna go ahead and sleep with one of their friends. Now, how much pain do you think that would cause? Okay, at least it's true, but when someone is really trying, you give up so easily. This is how marriages tend to not last long. Relationships are work. And if no one is going against your morals, then why walk? Of course, abuse is not okay. Yeah, it's never okay. Dre said the thing about tit for tat is that you are honestly trying to get back at that person. Yes, you are legitimately trying to get back at that person. It's not like it's an accident. It's not like it's uninvoluntary. You are purposely thinking of a way. It's premeditated revenge. That is literally what it is. And yes, I do agree, Alicia. Yes, abuse is completely unacceptable. But yeah, it is premeditated revenge. And that's how it is in mostly everything. Tit for tats aren't just in relationships. They're across multitudes of things. Whether it be, you'll see it in movies, music, whatever. It's always tit for tats across everything. And it always leads to other things. Well, we know that, Mike, but you still will go out though. So tit for tats can actually lead up to being very, very dangerous. Even though a relationship may not be involved, it could be very, very dangerous. It could be to the point that people can actually even die. Hey, Riri. So you have to be very careful and really think about it. Just because somebody did something to you, if you feel as if something is worth talking through, talk about it. If not, just leave it alone and go. But don't try and do no premeditated revenge, because all that's going to do is possibly cause you hurt, cause them hurt. And if you involve somebody else, will cause them hurt. Like, oh yeah, I was just doing this to get back at my guy or get back at my girl. This ain't nothing. So you just hurt this person's feelings just so you can get back at somebody? Come on now. This is a completely innocent individual in the whole situation, and you just did it just so you can get back at them? No. I say this. You have to be extremely careful with what it is that you do. You must. Here's the thing. Let me take a step back real quick. Here's the thing. Communication amongst all ships, whether it be companionship, friendship, relationship, courtship, wedding, marriage, even though it's not a ship, but you get what I'm saying? Communication is a major thing. You're not going to know everything that a person doesn't like until you do something that they don't like. You may get like the basics, like, oh yeah, I don't like this type of food. Oh, I don't like this type of drink. I don't like this type of thing. I don't like this, like that. And like, I don't, the standard things. I don't like liars. I don't like cheaters. Like, okay, got you. But you're going to do something that the person doesn't like. By you doing something that they don't like, you're learning about them. But that's not immediate grounds for you to do a tit for tat. Is because they don't know that this was something that you didn't like. This is something that a person does regularly. You got to think about that. It's in the same spectrum. It's just like it's in the same spectrum as that. It's in the exact same spectrum in terms of tit for tats in a relationship or a marriage. It's the same spectrum. And you really have to think that through. You really have to know about that, because that's the big difference between understanding someone versus, oh, I don't care, I'm gonna get them back. That's the two sides right there. Understand where the other person is coming from. Understand that before you actually want to map out something. See if there's a reason why they did what they did, and understand why they did it. If you ask them and you feel like the answer they're giving you is bullshit, fuck them. Don't even worry about giving them a wrench, because all they're giving you is giving you bullshit anyway. Why waste your time? Why waste your energy? Okay, Dre says, just because you don't like something your partner does, that doesn't mean you hold it over their head. Exactly. That's actually, I need to start writing stuff down, because I thought of like 3 different topics at one time that I'm more than likely going to try to do. And things like that, you know. Let's see. Say, hey, Diamond. Let's see. What's up, Mike? I thought of something else, but I just got to think about what the hell else I thought of. I'm not even 100% sure, but I know I thought of something else. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to that. But yeah, that's like the whole key point, like right there. It's like, you don't want to do stuff like that. You don't want to hold things over your partner's head. You don't want to do tit for tats. You don't want to do stuff like that, period. Actually begin to understand your partner, especially if it's early on in a relationship. Understand them. The sooner you understand them, the better the relationship is going to be later on, or the sooner you can detect shit and you can get out of there quicker without investing all yourself into it. That there's the key point. That right there is what separates a great relationship to one that's going to more than likely fail. Don't do tit for tats, because all that's going to do is hurt the person who didn't realize that they did anything wrong. You have to understand things from another person's perspective. That's the other thing. That's the other topic. I think I'm trying to spell. I'm over here trying to sound out the word perspective, and I'm over here spelling it wrong. So at least I got the 3. I got the 3 next episode ideas. So yeah. But yeah. Mike says creates unnecessary bitterness. Oh, which most certainly does. Like, why be bitter? Why be resentful? Why be anything? It's just, you don't do it. Don't just don't. It'll save you a lot of pain, a lot of headache, a lot of heartache, and you can just move on. Plain and simple. That's all. That's really all. Hey, look, I spelled it right this time, because the first time I was spelling it, I forgot the C. I forgot the C. So I had perspective. I forget. So don't get me on my spelling. I remembered the C. This time I'm looking at it like that don't look right. I forgot the C. Yeah, Dre says we all make mistakes, but either you forgive and move on or just let the whole thing go. Now, in terms of that, if you forgive and move forward, this is going to be basically a part of the one of the next episodes. I don't know which one I'm gonna do next, but one of the next episodes. Don't laugh at my non-spelling self. I have a brain fart every once in a while, just like some of everybody else. Leave me alone. But the thing is, when someone makes a mistake, if you forgive them and you move forward, you should never bring it back up. It should never be brought back up, because the only thing that means that's the only thing that you actually see and remember is a person's faults. You never just want to pinpoint a person's faults, because that makes them feel very inferior. That makes them feel very inferior and very, very low to themselves. What's up, Ashley? And I understand letting go is hard. Depending on the situation, letting go is hard. But when you really want to move forward from something, you remember the past, but you don't bring it up. Remember it. You never forgive and forget. You forgive and move forward, because you don't know when that's one thing may happen again. At least you know you forgave it once. You're not going to forgive it twice. And you have to realize, once you forgive it, I'm going to say this again with so much emphasis. Once you forgive it and you move forward, you do not bring it up again. That is the best way to do it. Don't bring it up, because all that's going to do is slowly tear that person down. It's going to slowly tear them apart. And that right there is a hurtful thing, because to that person, that's all you see in them. It's like, I mean, I know I made some mistakes in the past, but I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do better. But if that's all they see, how can they ever see me when I get better? They won't ever see you get better, because all they see is your worst. Well, maybe not always. They may not always see your worst, but the moment you do something wrong, that's the only thing that they see, is everything that you've done in the past. Not that just one particular situation, but everything in the past. And that right there is wrong. That right there, that whole spectrum is completely wrong. And that's where these tit for tat things come in. And some people like, well, you did this onto me, I'm going to do this onto you. Those are the type of people who really don't think that karma is going to take care of them, or whatever deity that anyone worships will take care of it. They just believe that they're going to take care of it themselves and leave it be. Done. And I would hate to be on that bad side of that coin. I would hate to be the recipient of something like that. To be the recipient due to the fact that I made a mistake that I didn't know was a mistake. I'm like, no, here's the thing about mistakes. A person does not know they're making a mistake until they're told differently. A child can believe for the next 5 days that 2 + 2 = 5 until someone tells them that is incorrect. They never knew that they were making a mistake. And you have to show them as to why it's a mistake in some cases. But when it comes down to an adult, you don't have to show them why, but they will not know that they made a mistake until you tell them that they made a mistake. Regardless of the fact of how old you ever will be, we are going to continue to make mistakes throughout life. It's when you learn from them. Hiding the name, I mean, I don't care. It's when you learn from them, is when you actually understand that you as an individual has grown. You don't make the same mistakes. You try your best to improve. You try your best to keep it going. You try your best to remember to not do that mess again. So tit for tats should not even be a thing. It really shouldn't. It causes more harm than good. It causes way too much pain for individuals. I've seen it. People have talked to me about it. And some of the stories that they have told me makes you wonder how these people even exist. You would think like somebody like this really exists. Man. But yeah, you're right, Mike. Karma comes and goes. It comes and goes. Sometimes in a full fucking circle. So yes, remember, don't date for fun, date for marriage. Date to the point that you all want to marry someone, be with someone, love them, cherish them, honor them, and respect them. Respect them. Respect them. Because disrespect is a motherfucker sometimes. But always respect always respect the people that you're around, no matter what. No matter what, always respect them. If they disrespect you, don't disrespect them back. Just be like, you know what? I'm not too kind. I'm not too keen on this. I'm gonna go ahead and go. You can have this for the rest of yourself. You can have it to yourself for the rest of your life. I'm out of here though. Done. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to sink yourself to that person's level. You're bigger than that. Always remain bigger than that. Always remember that you are always the bigger person in a situation. You don't disrespect nobody. You don't have to yell and argue. You don't have to do none of that. Be above that. If you don't feel like it, walk off. Now, if you feel like the person is going to threaten your life, then do by all means, bust them upside their head. I'm just saying. You have all the rights to protect yourself. I'm just saying, bust them upside the fucking head. Tit for tats. One sec. Like I said, the tit for tats don't even need to be an issue. They don't even need to even exist, really. The this for that's, the quid pro quos don't need to happen either. They really don't. They really need to stop. They really need to cease. Because all that they do is cause more harm than good. There are actually more things that are harmful than cheating. There are way more things more harmful than cheating. Depending on what you're doing in terms of this for that, it makes it all the difference. So always remember that. Always remember that. No matter how bleak things get, no matter how bad things get in a relationship, never, ever sink yourself to the bottom of that level that you don't need to be in. Always remember, you are bigger than that. You probably more than likely have been through a lot, and you are going to go through more, but never sink yourself down to the level, to the point that a person controls how you feel in a negative situation. That's the big difference between you being you and them controlling you. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I got a bowling alley to go to. See if I can go ahead and do some damage. Oh, man. Well, I really hope that the audio stayed clean this entire time. I really hope that it did not go in and out. I didn't see anybody say I had any issues or problems. So really, really hope that. For those of you who are interested, yes, the trip to Cabo, Mexico is still open. We have already reached our goal, and now we're extending that goal. So if anyone wants to come, feel free. I have majority of information if you need it. It's going to be a blast. It's only going to be for a short time. It's not a cruise like I've been going on for the past 3 days. We're a little cruised out right now. We might go on one in the future later on. But right now, we're going destination. We're going destinations. So remember, if you do want to go, hit me up. I have info, but only serious people only. I do not have time for people saying they want to go and they're not doing anything to put any effort in. Just letting that be known right now. So with that all being said, thank you guys for your comments, the likes, the loves. Feel free to share this video. You never know. Someone may need to hear it. I'm about to get on up out of here. Like I said, got a bowling alley to go to. Hopefully I get my 3. And with all that being said, remember, date for marriage, don't do tit for tats. And always remember, Brandy, you late. I'm doing my outro. Stay insightful. Peace. Oh, lost my mouse. YouTube. I lost my mouse. Don't worry.